Both Belpre and Fed came into this week at 0-2, excuse me. And with just one undefeated team left in the TVC Hocking, a win could put either team back on track. Anthony Allocco made the trip out to Stewart to see which one would pick up that first win. So Anthony, which team was able to turn around this season?
After losing on the road last week, Federal Hocking took their home field trying to fend off the invading Belpre Golden Eagles. Four-year starting quarterback Tavian Miller took the field first for the Golden Eagles. Before the game, the fans paid tribute to the tragedy in New York 14 years ago. Fed Hawk led off the game with a 3-and-out, and Dejan Bedgood is going to take a bad pitch, reverse the field, and after 13 yards be brought down at the offensive 28-yard line, and then he's going to finish it off with an 8-yard reverse to put Belpre up 7-0 early on. A.J. Cobb is going to drop back, and he's going to hit Tavian Miller on the wrong team, who's going to return it 13 yards. The Belpre Golden Eagles are going to have great offensive position to start off this drive, and it's going to be Matt Colvin on a 2-yard carry to punch it in 14-0 Belpre. He's going to go back to work on their next drive and run over a couple defenders before being brought down, and it's going to be Tavian Miller on this play. He's going to keep it on the option. Look at that block from Dejan Bedgood. He's going to throw a huge stiff arm and carry half the team with him. And he's going to pay back his buddy Bedgood with this huge 27-yard pass. And Bedgood's going to go up, bring it down, and put it in after a mixed extra point hit the upright. It's going to be 20-0 Belpre. A.J. Cobb's going to try to get his team back going, but there's just nowhere for him to run on the outside. And after that, Matt Colvin's back to work. He's going to take it 22 yards with a lot of contact and a lot of defenders trying to bring him down. Tavian Miller's going to hand it off to Tajay Reams, who's going to put it in for his turn. That's 12 yards, and Belpre's got a 26-0 lead. Just when it looks like the Lancers are not going to score, A.J. Cobb's going to find Ryan Zweisler, who's going to take it 73 yards to the house. Cobb was 3 of 17, but this was his one shining moment of this so-called NCAA tournament, you could say. And Fed Hawk is just not going to get anything going, and they're going to go down 46-7 to Belpre, and they're going to drop to 3-0 while Belpre is up to 1-2.
So a big offensive performance tonight for Belpre. After scoring just 6 points in their first 2 games, what did they do with their possessions tonight, Anthony? Well,
balance was key for the Golden Eagles, especially in the running game. 4 different players rotated carries in the first half. Early on, Belpre attacked the edge with Dejan Bedgood, but after he established himself as a perimeter threat, he faded out of the stat line a little bit. Matthew Colvin took over the run game. The physical back was too much for the Lancer defense to handle on the inside. He ran through multiple arm tackles and won his share of collisions on the night.
So with just 7 points on the night, what wasn't working for the Lancers offensively?
Honestly, nothing was working on offense for the Lancers. They managed to pick up just 3 yards in their first 2 possessions. I give the defense for Belpre a lot of credit, though. Their game plan was evident, and they stuck to it. They played a lot of press coverage on the outside, freeing up the safeties and run support. Lancer QB A.J. Cobb didn't have any room to run or even time in the pocket for his receivers to get free. The Belpre coaching staff showed a lot of faith in the back end of their defense, which allowed the front 7 to pin their ears back and get after the Fed Hawk offensive line.
And you talked with Coach Richards this week about getting A.J. Cobb going early. How did that work out for them?
Well, as I said earlier, he was just 3 of 17, so it didn't really work out for him. But you know what? I think they can get back on track next week. Fed Hawk, they can't write off their season yet, and Belpre is going to move on from this game with a lot of momentum.
Well, we'll have to see if they can get that first win. Thanks a lot, Anthony.